Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. We just had a stream crash. Rookie mistake, actually, but it's all good. Let me do a quick introduction for you. But thanks for joining. My name is Andrew, and welcome to Rocket Future. Today we're covering Booster 7 rolling down Highway 4 from the launch site to the build site here at Starbase. If you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop those in the chat. But because I just had that quick stream failure, I just want to take a moment to go and tweet out the new links and everything. So just give me a couple minutes, enjoy these nice views, and I'll be back with coverage in commentary here for you in just a second. All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, we got a live mic. We got a live view. We just had a stream failure, but I got the new link out. So it is what it is. It's all good. This is still kind of new to me. I'm getting a little bit better at it, but these things happen. But we are live. My name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future, and as you can see, Booster 7 is rolling down the highway, and it's going to come down right the road, like literally right next to that where I'm standing, and it's going to be really awesome. So I would just say that's 5-10 minutes away, maybe 15. It's going a little bit slower than it looks. But thanks for hanging out. And this is a little bit kind of what our streams are going to look like moving forward. Sometimes we'll just have a camera up and I'll do voice commentary without me being out here like this. But for these big events, I kind of want to be interactive, and in the event that there's other people hanging out watching, I'd like to interview people about this stuff as well. So we're going to hope that nobody pulls in and blocks my view too much here, but this thing is so big that it's going to be hard to block the view. I do want to get another tripod set up to do some time lapse. So give me a couple moments here, and I'm going to get that set up. And but in the meantime, enjoy this awesome view. What's up? How are you? Good, good. Good to see you. Oh, yeah. All right, one more introduction for people that are trickling in, and then I'll stop repeating myself. But welcome. My name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future. Today, we are covering Booster 7 rolling back to the Starbase build site for some unknown reason. Potentially for some fortifications and adjustments before that they're ready to launch this thing to orbit. Or maybe there was a change in plans. Maybe Booster 7 isn't the orbital plan anymore. I think it's likely that Booster 7 is still the plan for orbital launch, especially considering that they replaced 2 of the Raptor engines in it before removing it from the launch mount and getting it down the street. So we'll have to see what happens after this thing gets in the build site. But right now, it's coming down Highway 4. We're going to get an absolutely beautiful view of it rolling down the highway literally right next to us, basically. It'll turn into the build site right up here. So stay tuned for another 10, 15, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes for some beautiful shots of it. So I'm going to keep getting some stuff set up here, some other cameras. But any questions you have, please feel free to drop those in the chat. And I'm going to do my best to answer those for you. But this is pretty cool. I'm getting excited if you can't tell. No questions in the chat, huh? Unless mine's just not updating. But if you got any questions, just drop those right in the chat, and we'll try to answer those. This is Booster 7 that you are seeing. Got a kind of a better shot on the left side and then a wide angle on the right, just to kind of see what's going on in the area and for me to step in and out of commentary. Everybody's starting to show up now. I was like, why is nobody here? But there's a lot of people here now. So now Booster 7 is a tall beast. I think Starship full stack is what, 394 feet tall. I don't know the exact height of Super Heavy on the top of my head, but let's see, if full stack is 394, and then Super Heavy is, I don't know, at least 60% of that height, then do some quick math there. This thing's got to be close to, I don't know, 200 feet tall or something. And it's just like a skyscraper rolling down Highway 4, no big deal. Absolutely insane to watch live. Now, when this gets a lot closer to me, there's a good chance that they're going to ask me to step back more, which is fine. I'll leave the cameras up and running. I'll just personally step back another, 50, 100 feet. That's, of course, for my safety and the safety around. This is a very tall structure, and when it's rolling into the build site there, they're very careful to make sure that it's safe and secure and not going to topple over. But in the event that it did, I would kind of be in the danger zone. So we'll see if I get pushed back a little bit when it's closer here. But as you can see, there are people starting to set up along the side of the road. I'm checking my cam here to see if it's true. Yeah, you can see those people set up on the side of the road to document what's happening here. Just like I am, these people are here to just document a piece of history. This could be the vehicle that brings humans to Mars for the first time. It could be the vehicle that lands humans back on the moon since the Apollo era. Now, of course, Booster 7 isn't going to do that. It'll be Starship, which sits on top of Booster 7. But Starship can't get up to orbit and to the places like Moon and Mars without the help of Booster 7 lifting it up. So this is the vehicle that has 33 Raptor 2 engines. When this thing lights, it'll be the most powerful rocket ever, including the SLS, including Saturn V shuttle, and I believe it even beats the N1 rocket, which often isn't talked about when we're talking about the most powerful rockets ever. So this will be the biggest, most powerful rocket when it finally gets off the ground here, and we're really excited about it. This is the closest they've been. Man, the last couple static fires have been, it makes it feel like this is a lot closer. So as you can tell, this thing's coming down the road. I'm getting excited. I think everybody else is getting excited. And let's see this thing happen. Booster 7 is now out of the complete view. So let me zoom out a little bit so you can get the full picture. And this truck better not block my view, bro. No. Oh, okay. Let's see where he ends up. No, come on. Here's the thing. I'll ask him if he can move. But the reality is, he's here to do his job. This isn't, he's here. Whatever he's doing, help Starship get off the ground. If I think the stuff I'm doing is important, the reality is, this is actually his domain and not my domain. So I don't really want to ask him to move. So we might just have to deal with him. Damn. No shot, huh? Maybe I can just ask him to back up. All right, good news. He's about to move. Thank you to that dude. I felt a little bad asking him to move, but it had to be done. Oh man, I'm getting a little bit hot out here and I'm sweating, but it's all good. I'm happy to be here. I'm looking at chat right now just to see if anybody has any questions or comments. Nothing that I'm seeing, but if you got a question, please feel free to drop that in the chat. I appreciate y'all being here to watch what's happening right here, though. This again is an important moment in Starship history, and we're getting to see it real up close here, so this is great. I'm thankful for that truck moving. We got 3 cameras covering this today. We got the camera that I'm looking into right now. We got a camera that's mounted on the back of my Jeep, which is giving you that view on the right hand, or your left hand of your screen. And we got another camera where I'm just shooting video that I'll be able to edit later for, I don't know, a time lapse or to throw up on the YouTube. So we'll see what ends up happening with that footage. Generally speaking, I'll try to get a time lapse on my phone as well, but I'm going to want to get some good pictures of this when it gets close. So I'm going to save my phone for some photos. So let's make sure you get a good shot, and I'm going to give you kind of a rundown of the booster. That'll be good enough. All right, so from the top of the booster, we have wow, where's my brain? We get the grid fins. So those black arms sticking out of the top are the grid fins. Those will turn and be used to angle the booster when it's coming back down to land, whether it's going to land propulsively in the ocean or it's going to be try to be caught on the catch arms on the launch tower. We'll have to see, but those work just like the grid fins on the Falcon 9. We see those every time the Falcon 9 comes back to land on the barge or at landing zone 1. And at the top of the booster, you kind of see all these lines. Those are basically just to reinforce the structure of the booster around that area, because it's one of the more sensitive areas. That is where the ship will sit on top of it. You see those same lines about halfway down the booster. Again, those are to reinforce that area of the booster. That is the area where the two domes of the tanks meet. So the liquid oxygen dome and the methane dome. So up top we have the methane tank. Down bottom we have the liquid oxygen tank. Those two tanks meet at the common dome in the center of the booster where all those lines are. Again, that's just to reinforce it. And you see some areas where it would vent from the vehicle there as well. And then moving slowly down, you see the kind of small fins coming off the side of the boosters, or fins coming off the side of the booster. Those are what is called the chines. And those are just more, those are fins, and I believe they're using those to kind of hold some, I think like, originally they had the COPVs and they had some structures on the outside of the booster. I think they've hid some of those inside the chines, and they're also for aerodynamic control. I don't think they'll move. They definitely won't move. So it's not like they steer the vehicle, but they'll help keep it stable while it's going up the atmosphere. Again, I'm not an engineer by trade, but I'm trying to do my best to learn all these things. And actually, I'm noticing right now we have a great view of the Raptor 2 engines. Let's try to get you a view of that. Quick zoom down, and we see those Raptor 2 engines right above that Sheriff vehicle. So there's 33 of those engines on that base of that vehicle, and those are going to be used to bring this thing up to deliver Starship up into orbit. So those are what make this thing happen. Zoom back out and get you another view here. We are fully zoomed out. We are a little bit too close for a full shot of the booster. I'm going to adjust the camera that I was using for commentary so you can get a full shot there. Now, because these vehicles are getting close, you're starting to see some of the effects of a fisheye lens. So it looks like it's tilted, but right now I tell you that thing is not tilted. That is perfectly vertical. Let's do this. I have a plan here. There we go. That's the shot right there. Juan says B7 looks like the leaning tower of SpaceX. So yeah, that's just kind of an artifact of these lenses. This thing got so close, it did look like it was tilted. However, it was definitely straight up and secure, but it did look like that. I saw that a couple times. All right. Wow, look at this. All right. So thanks for hanging out. We're gonna stick around for a little while longer. I'm gonna see if there's anybody around that wants to do a quick interview and see what they thought about all this. But that was awesome. That was awesome. We just saw Booster 7 again roll from the launch site down here to the build site. Absolutely beautiful scene. I got some great pictures of it. Got a lot closer actually than they usually let you. So that was great. What an awesome experience. Let me go chat with some folks to see if there's any interest in doing a quick interview. right. Where did it end up going? High Bay or Mega Bay? Did it end up going High Bay or Mega Bay? I'm gonna go check.
Attention Starbase. Overhead drone operations will be occurring for the next hour. Overhead drone operations will be occurring for the next hour.
Alright, y'all. Update. Checking on my cameras here. So yeah, that's really about it for today. That was awesome. So it looks like Booster 7 is heading towards the Mega Bay. That's what it looks like from my angle. I think it's past the High Bay. It's honestly kind of hard to tell with just the scale of everything down here. It's actually insane. While I'm doing a quick wrap up here, I'm gonna turn the camera a little bit so you can see some live work being done on the Mega Bay. So let's get that shot for you. Oh boy, we have an out of control PTZ camera. But now you're getting to see the rocket garden, and then crews are working on this extension to the Mega Bay right here. Sorry, this PTZ camera is a little bit clunky sometimes. All right, so as you can see, crews are working on this expansion of the Mega Bay. We're not entirely sure what it's going to be used for. It might be to store Raptor engines before installation in the boosters and the ships that are in the Mega Bay. But yeah, we don't really know. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'll just do a little bit of an outro here while these crews are working on the Mega Bay. So. Thanks everybody for hanging out here today. This was a great rollback. Some awesome views. I think I got some awesome pictures. I'll be posting that up on my Twitter. You can find all of our social medias, which are under The Rocket Future. So we're The Rocket Future on like all of the social medias. This is kind of the first stream that I actually was able to get done down here with this new format. We're running on Starlink, so the bit rate's not great, and I'm sure it drops out from time to time. But it is what it is, and I think it does the job. And basically, my whole purpose of coming down here is just to bring these events to you. I try my best to get some really nice pictures and shots and cinematic things, and I'll continue to do those. But really, the whole point is it doesn't need to be the most beautiful shot ever. I'll keep improving that as we go along. But I just want to show you what's happening, and that's really it. So you guys can get excited about this stuff too. But this was awesome. This was a really awesome day. I'm glad I was able to get the stream up. I'm glad they did this today. So I'm probably going to drive down to the launch site now and hang out there for a bit, see if anything exciting is happening. Probably no other streams today, unless I see something super interesting. But in those types of events, make sure you're subscribed and you have notifications on if you want to see live streams of exciting things happening from Starbase. The thing I like to do is pretty much only go live when something really exciting is happening. So I'm not going to be covering like every little thing that happens. I'll be doing major events. So the idea, if you only want to be notified when something really exciting is happening, I think this is the channel to do that on. But yeah, that's really about it. This was great. Thanks for hanging out. It really means a lot. I wouldn't do this if nobody was watching. So it means a lot for you to hang out and experience these events with me. Um, One last pitch. I am doing a Patreon tier that every single month you'll get a physical postcard delivered to you from Starbase. It'll have an updated photo from Starbase that kind of gives an idea of what's happening. And on the back, it'll have some information about what's next at Starbase, what's happening at Starbase, some funny stories about what happens down here. So check out the Patreon. I don't think I have a link in the description. I'll work on that. But if you're really interested in that, check out rocketfuture.org. Again, that is rocketfuture.org. At the bottom of that page, there's a bunch of links at the bottom. One of those links is the Patreon. I think it's a pretty cool way to get some like actual physical photographs from Starbase. Something that is physical, that you can it's tangible. I don't know, it's cool. I like the idea, and I hope y'all like it too. I know I'm just rambling right now, but yeah, no, that was awesome. So I'm gonna wrap up. I'm not gonna ramble anymore. So any final questions, please feel free to drop those in the chat. We got a lot of interaction from Juan today. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate that. How can I send you direct messages on Twitter? Juan, my DMs should be open, so if you find my Twitter at the Rocket Future, you should just be able to hit the direct message button and send me a message. I don't use Telegram at the moment. Juan says, I hope Starbase never leaves Brownsville, Texas, which is my hometown. I was born and raised in Brownsville, Texas. I am right there with you, Juan. I was not born or raised here, but it's such an amazing, amazing place. And I know a lot of people want to see it stick around down here, so I'm right there with you. Juan, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the chats. You're the bomb. Thank you so much. Yeah, so no other final questions. We're going to wrap things up here. You guys are great. Thank you so much, and I will catch you next time.